Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Shall we start? Current blood sugar is sitting at 9.3, fully calibrated, and yes, it's 4:36 in the morning. Couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd get one of these out of the way. You see, where is it there? That little insulin bottle means instead of a correction, I took a bolus because I was getting very close to being out of range and thought I'd do a forced correction. And as you can see, I was pretty okay during the night. And just about 4, I started to spike, which is perfectly normal. It's your body getting ready for the day. I also woke up coughing, which is part of my CPAP, so that may put a little bit more onto it. Not going to correct anything more. I'm still within acceptable ranges. And I didn't really correct, because correct for me is taking a shot. This does correction on its own. Time in range, 100%. So right now, doing pretty good. If I get over 10, I'll take action. Okay, 100% in range. Average sugar is looking pretty good at 6.5. An awesome day. This is a major win. Hey, look, I got 100%. Celebrate those wins. Today, I want to talk to you about diabetes awareness. Stay tuned. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Okay, type 2 is wonderful. Yay, type 2. But a lot of times, type 1 is the forgotten diabetes. Type 2, all the articles are written on type 2 and all the special foods that you can't have if you're a diabetic are all written from the viewpoint of type 2. Well, hey, remember us? We're type 1. We want to be heard. Insulin pumps are pretty well type 1. Doesn't mean they can't be used for type 2, but, sorry, I had something there. They're virtually 90% are type 1 diabetic. When you say you're a diabetic and you're out of the age of minority, which means you're no longer a child, people assume, oh, you have type 2. Now, looking at me currently, I look like a type 2. I'm heavier set. My age category, a lot of times doctors will assume, oh, you're a type 1. I've had doctors say, oh, well, you shouldn't be on insulin. You should be on metformin. Here, get this prescription filled. Luckily, I didn't, because I would have been in trouble. Hey, I'm already in trouble. So, type 1s need to voice and teach in a positive manner. Not that I'm a type 1 and I deserve all the praise. No, but people saying, oh, well, you're a diabetic. You can't have that piece of cake. Well, I can have that piece of cake if I account for the carbs. If you're watching your weight, no one should have that piece of cake. But every so often, any diabetic could want that piece of cake. So, as type 1 diabetics, we can count the carbs and give insulin appropriately. So often I have heard, do you have the good type of diabetes or do you have the bad type of diabetes? Is there really any difference? Well, do you have to take shots? Shots doesn't determine whether you have the good diabetes or the bad diabetes. And type 1s are usually pushed to the side. Oh, we have the bad type. Oh. So, what do we need to do? We need to teach, and sometimes you need to teach the doctors. Who's up on type 1 care or your type 1 care? It's you, your doctor, your endocrinologist, and your diabetic nurse. Since I've been in this facility, we've had a few clashes with the doctors here who really don't know, how to work this thing. And oh well, his diabetes, he just takes the medication and he should just be fine. Well, it doesn't always work that way. So my diabetic nurse had to step up for me. I've had the problem when I go into emergency. How can you tell whether you need to teach or not? First of all, my aunt had diabetes. She lost her eyesight. Well, I'm sorry for your aunt, but we have two different types of diabetes. In fact, we have two different diseases. Type 1 diabetes, our pancreas does not work at all. Type 2 diabetes, we have some insulin going, but not enough we need more. So when you hear people, oh, well, yes, I beat diabetes, or my she just walked. You should walk, or you should just eat these types of berries and you'll be fine. No, that's not quite for type 1. Type 1s, well, they are tied to type 2s in that we have problems with sugar in our blood. That's the only tie we really have. It could affect our bodies in the same way. That's kind of a lesser tie. But when you hear myths about your diabetes, You need to kind of push them aside and say, no, that's not quite right. I can remember in grade 9, we had to take, as part of our industrial arts rotation, we had to take a home ec class. I guess it was that Ben had to learn how to cook too. So we got our thing done, and I took a cooking class. And I was told by the class, we all had a bully or whatever, you got diabetes because you ate too much sugar. And he wouldn't relent. I didn't get diabetes because I ate sugar, even though I did eat sugar. Something made my body attack itself. Something I had no control over. Yet, we constantly have to come up against the type 2 diabetes myths. Excuse me, I don't want to sneeze on you. So, excuse me for a second. Oh, that's much better. So, you may always just have to keep teaching. And so often, well, if you only did this, my aunt just ate, and uncle, whatever, just ate salads all the time. That's what you need to do. I know for my evening snack one time, this is a few years ago, when I was going low at night, around 9, I had a snack, and we were meeting outside our condo. A few of us would meet, and, we'd chat away. And I took some peanut butter and some cut up apples. I thought you were a diabetic. You're not allowed to have fruit. And I'm thinking, oh, yes, but I need carbs in my diet. Oh, those are bad. You've got to stop eating the carbs. No, that's not truthful. Sorry, that was itchy. Don't know what that was. It's like a little scab, a bug bite. But keeping people aware of your type of diabetes and how we differ. You don't have to be rude about it. You just gotta say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your family members. I'm sorry about this. You just need to be aware of what's going on here. The conversations you've had with your doctor and how they want to have it taken care of. You don't have to match up to type 2s. And so often you see so many people who have lived up. Oh, well, yes, I'm a diabetic. And, when someone says that, it's pretty much realize that it's going to be type 2 they're talking about. We need to stop diabetes, type 1 diabetes rates. Just keep in mind, that we have two different diseases. Type 2 diabetes gets all the press because there's more of them in the world. Type 1s, we need to teach and say what the differences are. With that, have a super day, and we'll talk later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.